But did I make the right choice? It's time to judge all of the Halloween costumes I tried on at the thrift store and judge if I made the right choice thrifting it or leaving it behind for someone else at the store. This gorgeous pink dress was priced under $20, and I think it could have been a garden fairy with it. Unfortunately, there was a really stinky food stain on it, and I could have worked really hard to get it out if it was perfect, but I felt like I could find something better, so I left it behind. It feels like it's maybe some sort of sexy scarecrow, or is it a Little Red Riding Hood? I'm not sure. Either way, the length of this would be more of a top than a dress on me, so I'm glad that I said no. Okay, hear me out. I'm obviously not the right person to wear this, but this is adorable. If I had a trick-or-treater wearing this, I would think they were so cute. Now, I believe this is priced under $15, but I couldn't wonder if this Crayola was missing a hat, because it feels like it really needs some sort of fun headpiece, which is also something I could have DIY. But yeah, where is the actual crayon part? This is just the wrapper. Because it was missing the headpiece, I ultimately decided to say no. I may have made a mistake leaving this one behind, but I do stand by my decision for now. Okay, this is something I actually did thrift because this was $4.99, I believe, and it is an adult skunk costume. Also, I was in Canada for this Halloween and it can actually be really cold out. So this is kind of great because it's almost like wearing a little teddy fur jacket. And I feel like it's the unexpected thing you kind of hope to find when you're thrifting for Halloween, but you're never quite sure if you will. Because somewhere in the world, someone said, let's make an adult human skunk costume. That tail was irresistible to me. Without the tail, this costume would not have worked, but I could not get over it. And ultimately, this is what I ended up being last year for Halloween. And overall, the skunk was quite a hit. I actually donated this costume back to the thrift store this year, so hopefully we see someone else wearing it this year. Okay, now let's move on to our next find. I highly considered getting this dress instead of the skunk costume, but I wasn't sure what exact character to be with it because it kind of looks like it's maybe from a specific movie or TV show or comic book, but I could not figure out what it was for the life of me, so please let me know if you know what this is from. And even though the material on this dress was not the best, what I loved about it was how poofy and wide it gets. Wait till you see it puffed out a bit. Bottom shape, I just loved that. I thought that was so cool. I considered being like a lamp with it maybe. It's kind of giving old lampshade pattern. And I did say no to this dress in the end because I didn't have the budget for 2 items this day. But I do kind of regret it because it was quite fun. I didn't see it at the thrift store a few days after, so it does make me happy that someone else bought it. Wow, these are a pair of pants. I think for the right person, these could be regular pants. Personally, not for me for Halloween, but tell me this is not giving bikini bottom vibes. I was trying to think of a way to incorporate this in SpongeBob's Pineapple House, but ultimately I did not think of a way to make that happen, so we had to say no to bikini bottom. Tell me, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this skirt? Because for me, it was Angelina Ballerina, the Dancing Mouse children's TV show that ran from 2001 to 2009. If only I had found a mouse costume earlier and not a skunk. Okay, next, I'm not sure if this was a Halloween costume or if someone had handmade this. Either way, the proportions on the upper half, especially around the bust line, just did not fit my body. Because I do think this could have been a fun Halloween costume, but it just didn't fit me. Plus, I'm not sure what I would have dressed up as in it. What do you think I should have been? Okay, coming up next we have, this could have been a cute little sailor outfit, but I didn't see any bottoms. I guess I could have got some bloomers with it. But as someone who's 5'9" on a good day, finding a pair of bloomers has been really tough that actually fit me. For some reason, I feel like I look more like I'm in the Boy Scouts than a sailor. So you know that horrible plastic chemical smell that some stuff from Shein and Temu comes with? This really had that smell, which when I've thrifted their items in the past, I find it almost impossible to get rid of. Objectively cute costume, but every time I think of being a flapper girl, I just think of 2020 when everyone dressed up as flapper girls and said 2020 was going to be the best year ever, and we all saw how that turned out. So it could have been cute, but I wasn't prepared to potentially bring that energy around. But honestly, I kind of regret it because this is pretty cute. This is not a Halloween costume, but I thrifted this instantly. It's a vintage Kodak film cup. My day job is I'm a documentary filmmaker, so I love anything related to old cameras. Now, what do we have here? Funny enough, a vampire is one of the few things that I feel like I have not been in life. I was a grave digger, I believe, in grade 5, but I don't know if I have ever been like a vampire or Dracula type of character before. Things that I like about this costume are the red velvet and the lacy arms that kind of flare out at the end, but overall the faux corset part felt kind of cheap, and I didn't actually love that big slit on the leg, so I think I would have considered it if the construction had been better. This almost just felt like pieces of felt shoved together, so we decided that this was ultimately not for me. Now, before anyone says anything, this is a resealable package, so I was able to take it out and put it back in after if I was going to buy it or not. I can't remember what the official name on the box was. I think it was some sort of disco character. And look at those intense flared legs. Those are almost like a Free People type of jean. Do you remember when these were everywhere on TikTok for a moment? And I feel like that type of flare for me is better suited in this kind of fun colored pattern versus a traditional jean. And I realize that is ironic considering I am wearing flare jeans in this exact video clip, but I feel like you get what I mean. I was actually so close to getting this, but there is the problem in the ankle. Up close, this is pretty fun, but the moment I step back, you see that I am just too tall for this. There's a lot of ankle showing and it just looks wrong. These should be grazing the floor. So I think I would have thrifted this if I was a bit shorter or the pants were a bit longer, but that's kind of a reoccurring theme in my life, to be honest. But still, this was fun to try on in the store, and let's move on to the next one. If this was sold online on Essence and listed as Rick Owens, I would believe it, but I got very quickly distracted by this little cat purse. Out of all this, I only took the mug. In general, I'm pretty good at not regretting things I've done in life, but I think this is one of those moments that I do regret it. Because what the heck possessed me to put a Bugs Bunny costume head on from 1994 on my actual skull without cleaning it? I feel like the moment I put this on, I regretted it, but it was already there, so I figured, well, we might as well leave it. And I actually like this, but I had one big problem with it was, why did the ears not stand up? Did they stand up at one point and it's just, 30 years old? But I feel like without the ears standing up, it almost doesn't look like Bugs Bunny. And I'm also cringing watching this, seeing how long this stayed on my head for. The ears were kind of a deal breaker for me, but I could have fixed those myself. Ultimately, I think I just wasn't really feeling it. I am absolutely kicking myself, and I'm sure you want to kick me too, for the fact that I did not thrift this absolutely incredible gown. I remember when I left the store thinking, am I going to regret that? And I actually went back inside once to see if the dress was still there, but someone else had bought it. So I figured it was a sign that I left it behind and did the right thing. But now that I'm watching this back, it really is just too good, and I regret not getting this for Halloween. At the time, one of my main issues with it was that even though I love it, it's not something that would be wearable in my everyday wardrobe for the absolute massive scale and size of it. Reference, I have an extremely tiny closet and a pretty small room, so this kind of would take over my entire apartment. But looking back, I 100% should have thrifted this. It is so fun, and it's actually one of my biggest thrift no regrets. But I do hope that wherever it went to for its new home, that the person absolutely loved it. And I'm sure that they looked incredible. But I definitely regret that decision. Next has had me feeling like I was watching a Keira Knightley movie. I actually think this top is quite cute, and it reminds me of designers like Shu Shu Tong. I just felt like at the time I wish it came with a skirt or some pants, because I was worried the pinstripe design would be very hard for me to match. But honestly, this is very fun, and I do think I should have gotten creative with it and got it as well. Still can't believe I found this and that black dress on the same day and said no to all of the abs on this. Remind me of when people get 3D ab etch. I'm unsure what possessed me to convince myself that this could be an option for my costume. And yeah, I am happy I said no to that one. One of my favorite Halloween thrifts is actually this hat. It's definitely from Dollarama, and I love that it's red and has the little cover. So please tell me what you think I should have thrifted. I really want to know, what are you being for Halloween? Tell me if you like these long form videos, because they take a lot of time. Talk to you soon.